Welcome back. My name is Carla Calderon. If you're watching this video, it's because you are wondering how I group my students and how I assign them roles. So continue to watch the video to find out.
I have 5 table groups that I assign by color. I get construction paper to match my table groups colors, which I divide into 4 pieces. Once I have divided them into 4 pieces, then I separate one color of each. So in this case, it will be 5 different colors, and I create that stack. I'm going to show you guys why you needed to have it this way in just a second. I am now going to use this die cut machine, which I believe a lot of schools have this. And remember that stack of papers that we created before? Well, this is when we're going to use it. The reason that we did that is because we are going to create 5 different colors of this bear shape. These are the other shapes that I'm going to be cutting out. You might be wondering why I have all these different shapes, and it's because it gives me another way to group my students. I will now separate them by color. Once I have separated them, I like to create a non-repeating pattern. Obviously, if you have 5 groups of 4, one of the groups will have a repeating pattern. Once I have the pattern set up, I write down the numbers 1 to 4 and tape them to the desk. Whenever I do an activity, I can now arrange my students by color, by number, or by shape. Now let's talk about the jobs. I have 2 different types of jobs. One is the table jobs, which they follow when I am teaching whole group. The second one is center jobs, when I am pulling a group of students to the teacher table and the other students are working with their center partners. I am now going to explain my table jobs. My students sitting at number 1, they're my table leaders, and they are in charge of getting the notebooks, papers, or any materials that I need to hand out to the students. My number 2, they're my sharpeners, and these students are the only ones allowed to sharpen pencils if necessary at the beginning of class. My number 3 is my cleanup crew. This doesn't mean that they clean everyone's mess. They have to tell their table to pick up their trash, and they are in charge of emptying the Minion tub container at the end of the class. Finally, my number 4 is in charge of textbooks and chairs. The books to be handed out or put away, and at the end of class, the student makes sure that the chairs are either pushed in or put up. Of course, that's depending if they are my first or last group of the day. Now my station or center jobs. My number 1 gets and puts away the materials. My number 2 keeps track of how much time they have left to finish their station. My number 3 writes down the name of the students going to the restroom, which is 1 student as a class, not per table. Finally, number 4 writes down the name of students that are not on track or participating. Of course, the name gets written after a warning has already been given. For the first day of school, a lot of teachers like to write down the name of the students and where they're going to sit. So instead, I cut out an extra set and then I glued them onto this note card and then I laminated it so that way I can easily remove it. Or what I like to do nowadays is I stand at the door and I hand them a note card. All I tell them is go find the same color and the same shape, and that's your seat.
And well, you guys, that's how I group students and that's how I assign them roles. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell so you get notifications as soon as I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.